Welcome to Papa John's World. This is my Ward's $80 welder I bought on Facebook. It had a couple issues, one with the ground clamp and the cooling fan didn't want to turn. I just took it apart and cleaned it, lubricated the brass bushings, and it seems to be doing fine now. This is a 3-inch cast iron pump casting, and the company that made this particular pump is still in business, but they don't keep this pump anymore. And it's really no fault of the operator of the pump system. They pull the plugs in the winter like they should, but if you can look in there, they're full of dirt. They're plugged up. This one's got a tiny hole in it, but it held water in the pump even though the plugs were out, and it froze and it broke the pump right here. We're going to weld this today with a nickel 55 rod. That's it, this nickel 55. It's a cast iron rod. Cast iron's really hard, and nickel is really soft. So as you heat this up and then weld it, and it cools off and shrinks a little bit, which all materials do, that nickel will stretch and not re-break the cast iron if it's done correctly. We've chipped a little bit of this rust off right around here. We're just knocking some of the looser rust out here, and it comes out pretty easy actually. And the reason why, we're going to take and weld a little ring around that. And once I weld around that and let it cool off a minute, they'll unscrew right out. Well, the fan's running good. Your eyes. All I did was run a little bead around the inside of that, and it's really not a bead because it's so rusty it really didn't even weld. That heat does wonderful things to the cast iron. This is still good, but these are trash. You can see the little crack line across there. I don't believe it goes into that. We're going to stay away from them threads, but we're going to get it right here, and we're going to grind that out a little bit. So this is just floor dry, common floor dry you get at the parts store. That's good for that for a second. It's 50 degrees, there, 49. Heavy parts of the casting take longer to heat up, of course, so they concentrate a lot of heat on the heavier parts. Struggling to get it over 600. We might have to weld it at 600. but it come out, and that's about typical. The longer you weld on them and you get to work them impurities out, the better they'll weld. So we're going to post heat this, and then we're going to bury it in that trash can. That will take 10 hours to cool off in there. That's what we want, cool down real slow. It's the next morning. Let's see. Oh. No, it's, you know what? It's still warm. It's 73 degrees. Okay, and inside our shop right now, I just turned the heater on, but it's about 41 or 42 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty good. That floor dry really holds the heat. Gets that casting to cool off nice and slow. And you can use it for floor dry too, and then when it gets down, I just buy another bag and pour it in there. It was really a bigger weld than I wanted to put on there, but it will hold fine. It won't leak. Typically the pump sucks water in, so this is really on the suction side of the pump when it runs. And then the water passes through this hole into the impeller that spins, and the pressure side is the outside of this casing and through the top of the pump. So we're going to re-tap these holes real quick for the customer. And it's just, I just do it because I have the taps and they probably don't. And this is 1/4 inch pipe tap. Just make sure you get them started straight. And the rust is actually pretty easy to clean out of them now. Might put a little oil on it if I need it. And I don't have a 3-inch tap, so I'll put a wire brush on a grinder and I'll just run a wire brush in it for them. See the dirt coming out of it. And that's all we're really doing. We're not cutting threads. We're just cleaning the rust and dirt out of them. Put these on with just Teflon tape or pipe dope. So when you put on Teflon tape, it needs to go so that when you tighten the threads, it don't unwind the tape. So if you hold the thread in your left hand, you can wrap it right around the thread like that. Real simple. And if you're looking at the thread, we're going to the right. That's the right way to put it on. Okay? So now when you turn it to the right, like you're tightening it, it stays on, it don't come off. And if I have this in the wrong side, they can fix it too. It's not a big deal. That was nice. There's a repaired pump. So it orientates like that. This is suction in, this is discharge out. So a little smoke on it. They can clean that up and paint it if they'd like. And that's a good repair. So I think new this casting was probably around $1,000. And I probably should have charged more. I ordered 3 more pounds of that nickel welding rod, the same as nickel 55 is what it's called. It's 1/8 inch nickel 55. It's $32 a pound. So the next pump casting I repair will probably get about $225 or $250 for it. Anyway, all the costs are going up. You're going to have to go up with your prices to keep up with it. But thanks for watching Papa John's World. I hope you learned something about cast iron repair with an $80 marketplace welder. AC welders are worth their value. If you're going to buy your first welder, just buy an AC welder and learn what it will do. And if you decide to keep welding and a couple years down the road you say, I want a different welder, you'll have a great and practice with that will carry right over to a wire machine, a TIG welder, almost anything. But you know, you gotta crawl before you walk, and an AC machine is the best way to learn how to crawl. Thanks again for watching Papa John's World. Please subscribe. Be safe.